everyone. Today's story is a traditional tale. Traditional tales have been told for years and years, hundreds and hundreds of years in fact, but every time they're retold they're a little bit different. So today's traditional tale is Little Red Riding Hood. You might have a version of this at home. Is my version that I read the same as yours or different? What is the same? What is different about it? This one has been retold by Susanna Davidson, but it's based on a story by the Brothers Grimm. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Red Riding Hood. She always wore a bright red cloak. She lived with her mother in a cottage on the edge of a very deep, dark wood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mother got a pot of Brussels sprout soup. "Take this to your grandmother on the other side of the wood," she said. "But remember, the woods are dangerous, and remember the rules of the woods." "I promise," said Little Red Riding Hood. Off she went. Skippity, skippity, skip, skippity, skippity, skip. "Oh, what a lovely day," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Good morning, Little Red Riding Hood," called the woodcutter. "Good morning, woodcutter," called Little Red Riding Hood. Can you see who's hiding in the woods? Little Red Riding Hood walked deeper and deeper into the woods. They grew darker and darker. So Little Red Riding Hood didn't see the wolf waiting for her on the path, and the wolf didn't see Little Red Riding Hood either. Little Red Riding Hood stumbled straight into the wolf. "What are you doing in the middle of the path?" asked Little Red Riding Hood. "I nearly spilled my grandmother's Brussels sprout soup." "Sprouts, yuck! Wolves only eat juicy red meat." Little Red Riding Hood had forgotten the rule, don't talk to wolves. The wolf was just about to gobble up Little Red Riding Hood when he had a brilliant idea. "I'll eat Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother." "And where does your granny live?" asked the wolf. "In the cottage on the other side of the woods," said Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf raced to the cottage and knocked on the door. "Come in," called Grandmother. The wolf leapt into the room, gobbled up Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother in 2 seconds flat. Then he pulled on her cap, jumped into bed and waited for Little Red Riding Hood. Soon there was a knock on the door. "Come in," snarled the wolf as softly as he could. Little Red Riding Hood looked at her grandmother, then looked again. "Oh, Granny, what big ears you have!" "Oh, all the better to hear you with." "Oh, Granny, what big eyes you have!" "All the better to see you with." "Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have! All the better to eat you with." In one bound the wolf was out of bed and gobbling up Little Red Riding Hood. "Delicious," he said. Then he fell fast asleep. As he slept, he snored very loudly. "What's going on?" wondered the woodcutter. "Oh, he's eaten that poor old woman," realised the woodcutter, and he picked up some scissors. He snipped open the wolf's tummy. Out popped Grandmother and Little Red Riding Hood too. Quick as a flash, Little Red Riding Hood picked up some stones and piled them into the wolf's tummy. When the wolf woke up, he tried to sneak out the door, but the stones rattled and rattled and rattled inside him. "Now everyone can hear me coming," he said. "I'll never catch anyone," cried the wolf. "Exactly," said the woodcutter. "You'll just have to eat vegetables instead," said Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf was never able to eat another person. Ugh, Brussels sprout soup. As for Little Red Riding Hood, she never, ever talked to a wolf, ever again. So, what was the same and what was different about that version of the story? I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.